had my eyebrows done and I don't know how long, because I am not going to spend my money with no Asians. I won't even go to the corner store because I meant that shit. Y'all sit up here and y'all think that our little black boys' lives are not worth anything. Guess what? You won't get my $45 for a full set. And guess what? We doing it. Black women are doing that. I have seen so many black nail shops open in Houston. I am so proud. I am so proud.
Thing that I'm just kind of, my patience has run out, I've run thin, are certain black owned businesses weaponizing that title, that status against black customers in order to persuade or guilt me into lowering my expectations as a paying customer.
Might have to drop a dime on them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
Trying to portray themselves as a black business so they can run their numbers up. So we got to look out for that, because it's a lot of businesses that are doing that, and it's a lot of us that's off code. We're selling our business to these immigrants, and we're not disclosing that to the people because we get, they're getting the money from the immigrants and they want people to still feel like it's black owned. I'm gonna play this clip of this brother with Roscoe's Chicken. And I think it's a lot of deals going on where, just like they did with BET, just like they do with like the Essence Festival, we got some people that are so off code that they're selling our business to other cultures, which is a violation in my opinion. And you're tricking us and making us feel like this is black business when you already got your money. Okay, we gonna find y'all. We gonna know who y'all is. We doing background checks on these businesses to understand what's going on. But we gotta make sure that we double check these businesses and make sure that, they black owned and they really standing on business. So we're gonna go over a few stories here about black business and making y'all know I do water treatment. We've been doing water treatment for 6 years here locally, but I've been over 14 years. I've been doing water treatment, and I got the link in the number in the description, man. And you can see all our jobs. We do residential and commercial. And we're gonna be spotlighting a lot of black businesses this month that we wanna give some exposure to. We think everybody should know about it and they should be shopping with, because they're a big part of our community, what we trying to grow. So make sure y'all look out for that. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate that. My Water Gang members, all the people who've been supporting the channel, Bruce Warren, Shabazz, Yaya Kids, Fresh Always. I appreciate y'all so much. Without further ado, y'all, let's get it.
I am so glad that Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles lost that lawsuit, okay, for discrimination. Yeah, Roscoe's, I don't know if y'all know, but it's still owned by a black man. But this black man has given all the power, managerial, overseeing power, to the Mexicans, okay? And the Mexicans run Roscoe's, all of them in LA. It's not blacks. Blacks just work there. And this one black man sued them and won. So now they got to pay up 1.something million. Yes, pay it up. Pay this man because he won, okay? And black people have been saying this shit for a decade. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is not black no more. The food don't taste the same. The service is not the same. Nothing is the same. You look in the back, all the cooks are Mexican. I don't have nothing against Mexicans trying to make money. Nothing, okay? But Mexicans don't got the soul, okay, to be cooking chicken and waffles, bro. That's why the food don't taste the same. Ask anybody about Roscoe's, bro. It's not the same. It's completely fucking different, all right? Now, we've been saying this for over 10 years, and it don't matter if you...
And I feel like if it don't taste the same, it's something to do with ownership. I'm not playing games with these black owners no more. If you're not sticking to the code, and they could have it to where it's on paper, where it's still showing as a black person owning, but it's not really. They just doing that to keep it. They know what we looking for. And they know that if somebody find out that your business is not black owned, so they're gonna keep they're gonna keep the black person on and give them a little residual just for his face. And I expose y'all with that with Big 3 and Ice Cube. Ice Cube that's not fully FBA. So this isn't something that we let nobody trick us anymore with, using our face, okay, to get all the business from the community. So we tightening up on that.
In Long Beach or Los Angeles, where I'm at right now, we've been known that there was racial discrimination when it comes to hiring and just working in the restaurant field in Los Angeles. All right, so I'm so happy for this black man. 1.3 or 1.6, something like that. The exact number is escaping me, but it's 1 point something million. I salute you, brother. You deserve it, right? Because in his suit, his Hispanic managers and everything was dogging him out. Okay, black people from LA know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Because once one of these motherfuckers get a little bit of power, your ass is grass. I promise you. It's gonna be somebody that look like them replacing your ass quickly. I promise you. We've all dealt with that shit on some sort of level. So yeah, Roscoe's pay up to 1.3 or 6, whatever it was. Excuse me. Pay it up. And I hope this shit never happens again. And the next person that happens to, I hope they sue your asses some more. Last but not least, I'm never, ever eating that fucking Roscoe's again. I'm going to go to Harold's.
We're going to have to start double checking these businesses, man. And I don't consider, if you got a lot of Mexicans running in your business, cooking black people food, that automatically should, ban you. We need our people. So just like every other restaurant, bro, if you see any of these, restaurants, they always have their people in there cooking the food because they know the food that they're cooking. It only makes sense. Like, we not doing this, we having other cultures making our food. I remember I went to up there in New York, Jacob's. Great restaurant, but they had a bunch of African in there cooking our soul food. And it was sold to some Africans. So what I'm saying, y'all, is a lot of people are buying into our businesses, and we just gotta look out for it. We can't just get food like that.
And I don't know who needs to hear this, but we don't need no more hair companies. We don't need no more boutiques. We don't need no more clothing brands. Okay, it's time for y'all bitches to start thinking big. We need grocery stores. We need tech startups. We need data centers. We need real estate developers. We need more black professionals as a whole.
I understand what.
It's hard for me to listen to a grown man with a cap on like that, fam. There's certain things we got to get to the code. I seen another brother on TikTok, bro, and they want to dye their hair blonde, males. Like, we got to establish a code of, representation of us. It's just, I'm speaking to the males. It's just getting a little out of hand, man, in my opinion. But neither here nor there. I don't want to. Let's get back to the video.
This young man is saying, but I want to put my 2 cents in as a business owner. The first thing that comes to mind is that black people need to support black businesses. And I say that because everything that he said in his video that we need more of, we do have some of those things, if not all. We have black grocery stores. We do have black-owned tech companies. The thing is, they're not scaled to the point of a Walmart. Let's talk about the grocery store for a second. There's a black-owned grocery store in Forest Park, Illinois. There's also a black-owned grocery store in Houston, Texas. There are black-owned grocery stores in certain places, but when we talk about going in there and buying, let's say, a gallon of milk, and the black-owned grocery store has that gallon of milk for $4 and Walmart has it for $2, you're going to go to Walmart. Why? Because you get to save $1. Not realizing that every time you go to that black owned grocery store, it helps them to scale, and it also helps them to buy more milk, which they will eventually get it at a cheaper price. Because when you're a small business owner, you may buy 500 units because that's what you're trying to sell. Whereas a Walmart, who is a $1 billion company, is going to buy 200,000 units, which allows them to buy it at a cheaper price and then also sell it at a cheaper price. So when I say that we need to support black owned businesses, I also say that because when a black owned business
Spending our money with how we spending our money, we're gonna be able to grow to where we're gonna be buying them big loads. But this is how we're gonna jump into other industries. And then it's gonna be other people that's able to see this and grow once we keep all the money in. And now we only need 15 to 20% of us. Unfortunately, bro, it's a lot of our people that they just not on code, family. They just they're not like these other cultures where they don't spend with us, but we got some boneheads that'll go out and just give their money to everybody, knowing that everybody is not doing that to you. And it irks me, but I gotta understand that, we all ain't gonna be able to go. We all ain't gonna be able to go. So it's gonna frustrate you, man, with some people, but we just gotta keep it pushing.
product, they usually do it with you in mind. We're looking for your support first. And when we have black people that are making up excuses as to why they cannot support black owned businesses, that becomes a problem, and it makes it harder for us to scale, or we have to market to another demographic of people. And then black people get upset about that. If you want to see black businesses scale and thrive, you have to support them. And not just by shopping, but word of mouth, by marketing their products just like you would that Papa's chicken sandwich, just like you would that Blue Magic hair grease, just like you would all of the other products that we do not own and that you do not get paid to market. That helps your black owned business. Let's start there first.
We don't say shit when we walk into a nail salon and see nothing but Asians working there. We just accept it. Drive down the street of Harwin at any given time. Nothing but foreign businesses and the individuals that work in those businesses, all that culture. It don't be no black people in there. Let us pull that shit. Y'all discriminating. They sue us for it. And our people have the same expectations when they walk into a black space because it's what they see in other communities. They don't hire outside of their own, but it doesn't work like that. Do you know how many furious comments I got when y'all went down to First Colony and saw that Eris had a couple of Asian nail techs? Do you know how many black people look at me sideways when my white agents pop on the screen? We are the only community that is not allowed to discriminate. But you as a black person don't know no better. So instead of trusting the black business that you're supporting, you just stop shopping with us and you leave us to die. Focus on the issue at hand, and that is to start shopping black. Don't question why it looks the way it does, because if it looks that way, it's for a reason. We don't say shit when we walk into a nail salon.
Now, I'm with on that because it's a lot of people. I'm going to play y'all this next clip of this lady, right? It's a lot of people that they over-exaggerate their experience at black businesses. You would think black businesses is just, it's bad customer service. How some of these people talk about when they go to black businesses. And this is all off code. I think it's more by design for them trying to, tap into, they trying to tap into us going outside of businesses. This is why I think a lot of people say this, because it really don't make sense. And I haven't seen this much bad businesses or black businesses that people be talking about online. It's like an over-exaggerating, in my opinion. Y'all let me know if it's different from y'all, but check out this lady.
I think I've gotten really comfortable with doing as I'm getting older, and I really, really love this about getting older, is getting more comfortable with advocating for myself when it comes to services that I pay for or products that I pay for. Just generally, if things don't go the way they're supposed to, as a paying customer, upholding the expectations that I have and the entitlement that I do have as a paying customer. And something that I'm just kind of, my patience has run out, I've run thin, are certain black owned businesses weaponizing that title, that status against black customers in order to persuade or guilt me into lowering my expectations as a paying customer.
Now she's not gonna say a business. She's gonna put this out and blast it. This is why I don't like when people do this because she's just gonna say black business. She's not gonna. She don't really even know if it's a black business or not. It's a lot of businesses that don't even be black businesses. I just went over a video of y'all with a Mexican company running black businesses. It's a lot of businesses that's not even black. So for you not to be specific on what happens and not even associating it with a black business, period, just associate it with that business. But when it comes time that you want to spend your money with your community and your lineage, like what other people do, they are spending it with their community. So whatever you saying still doesn't make no sense because it just seems like she's not being specific for a reason because she's not being specific on what business it is so we can check and make sure what it is or we can make sure the business is on point. They don't care nothing about that.
I'm just over it. My patience, I'm done. I will always support black owned businesses, right? My understanding on why that is happening, why that support is important, was to help with these systematic barriers to success that stops black businesses from having the same amount of opportunities and success from other people. What is not systematic to me though, and what I don't feel should be on the customers, obviously things like, especially in this day and age of 2026, things
Again, she's not speaking to the specific business. She's just overall black owned business. This is a violation. This is off code. I don't even really want to hear what you got to say because you're not being specific. And she seems like one of them people that they just gotta find an issue with something. They don't do nothing with doing that with, them YT companies or how you being taxed or how you being done in hospitals and healthcare. You don't have none of that same smoke, but you talking about a restaurant where you gotta, what she said, somebody had an attitude with her. You got the most to say, oh my gosh, these people ain't really for us, fam.
like professionalism. I'm not dealing with that. I am not dealing with unprofessional behavior from businesses simply because they are black-owned businesses. I'm not doing that with you, especially because I'm paying to get the services or whatever it may be. I'm not dealing with that. And also dealing with the guilt trips. Like I am on my third experience right now or having to like kind of chase a black owned business for a service or something that they just did not provide or they did not pull through like the way that they were supposed to and that I paid for, and having a guilt trip like email from
Name us the business. Because now you just throwing this at all black business. Tell us what happened so we can really see and hear the other person's side. This is how people talk about black businesses, y'all, like on social media. They're very vague. It seems like this could just be, an agent of chaos. It's not something that you're really trying to correct. It's like this is just so big, and I think to me, y'all, I think it's a whole bunch of over exaggerating going on. But we got a 5-star reviews. We make sure we get reviews from all our customers. Anybody that's not satisfied, we make sure they satisfied. And it's a lot of business that's like us. A lot of businesses go out and they make sure that they please their cut. This is business. At the end of the day, to stay in business, you're gonna have to treat your people right. And that means the employees, the customers, everything. And I'm pretty sure a lot of businesses know this. And I don't think you can just run around here and you just seeing a lot of bad business practice. That's just my opinion. I don't think so. I think you can find some incidents that happen. And like I said, it's probably gonna come from people that they're troublemakers too. It's like they already is just toxic people, you know. Not all of them, but this is what I'm getting from all of these people always talking about our business. I don't even want to hear no more what Shorty got to say, but I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. We supporting black businesses this month. We need y'all to be definitely tapped in to the community. we definitely going live tonight. I was supposed to go live yesterday, but we had some businesses to take care of. But we're going live tonight. We gonna be pushing out a lot of, giving Black businesses they props. So I want y'all to definitely support. And let's try to make an impact this month for the Black businesses, man. I love and appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control four basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.